It's loading.
Get to relax today, huh?
Good morning, and welcome to Unity of Kent. Happy New Year. This is January 1st, 2023, and we are here to start the year off with a bang, at least with flashes. My name is Reverend Patty Becker, and I'm the spiritual leader of Unity of Kent. And I'm joined today by our musician, Sam Barnard, who's in very fine voice. And Sam will now start us off with song.
I am sustained by the love of God, by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God, by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God, by the love of God. Wherever I go, whatever I do, whoever I think I am. Wherever I go, whatever I do, whoever I think I am. Wherever I go, whatever I do, whoever I think I am. Wherever I go, whatever I do, whoever I think I am. I am sustained by the love of God, by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God, by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God, by the love of God. Wherever I go, whatever I do, whoever I think I am. Wherever I go, whatever I do, whoever I think I am. Wherever I go, whatever I do, whoever I think I am. Wherever I go, whatever I do, and whoever I think I am. I am sustained by the love of God, by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God, by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God, by the love of God.
Yay. Oh, thank you, Sam. Yes, on this day, this first day of the year, we are all sustained by the love of God. And how wonderful to really emphasize that with song. Well, good morning again. I am very happy to be here this morning and welcome all of you on Zoom, as well as everyone here in the sanctuary. Unity of Kent is a welcoming congregation. Our doors are open and we invite people of all races, creeds, colors, lifestyles, and here comes some now. Hi. To come and join us in our spiritual community, to experience a philosophy that is positive, that is practical, and that changes lives. This philosophy is based on the teachings of Jesus as well as New Thought principles. And I have been living these principles for 30 years, and every year my life gets better and better and better. And so I can give a testimonial right here this morning on the power and the transformative effects of the philosophy we live by when practiced and put in and applied to our daily circumstances. So as Sammy opened our service with song, I would like to call us to prayer, just to set a tone of openness, receptivity, in alignment with the spirit within. And so I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you, to minimize distraction as we center ourselves in this moment, in this time, and within this purpose. And what that purpose is opening ourselves to the moreness of our spiritual being, to align ourselves with the inner truth of divinity, pulling away from the outer distractions and erroneous messages of the world. That every Sunday we come together in this place, not only to celebrate our divinity, but to remind us of who we are in truth. And we embrace that truth with all of our being and stretch to realize more and more of the beauty and depth and breadth and height of ourselves, and how we have been created to know joy and to go forward in love and wisdom. And so each Sunday we remember this, and we encourage one another. We support one another. And together we create beautiful experiences in unity. And so it is. Amen.
I surrender, give up control to the will of God. All my actions flow most freely from the will of God. Oh, I surrender, give up control to the will of God. All my actions flow most freely from the will of God. I surrender and give up control to the will of God. All my actions flow most freely from the will of God. Oh, oh.
This helps. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity Church of Kent. I'm your worship assistant today, and my name is Linnell, and I welcome those on Zoom and our live streaming on Facebook, too. Let us proclaim our statement of faith together. There is one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good omnipotence. I trust and align with that power of goodness now. In your bulletins, along with a few other things today, you'll find a goldenrod prayer slip. And if you have time right now to fill that in, we're going to collect them in a few minutes. For those of you on Zoom, we'll be asking you to unmute so you can join us in that prayer. For those of you who are new today or here for the second time, we want to be sure you're welcome downstairs for fellowship afterwards. We always have a grand old time with food included. Okay, I do not have any announcements today, correct? Ah, I do. Sorry. Okay. Our Quest class that we ended in December will be beginning again in January on Zoom at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesdays again. So you can find that class by going to our website to the events tab and go ahead and press on the events tab and you'll be able to see the Zoom link. And again, that begins on January 17th, Tuesday at 6:30. Spirit Talk is continuing on Wednesday mornings on Zoom at 10 a.m. Lively and fun discussion. So that's 10 a.m. on Wednesday mornings. Go ahead and find that Zoom link under the events page. Hey, we have a movie and a potluck. That's great. January 21st. Potluck is at 5 p.m. And right after there will be a movie here. It's not Zoom. It's live here at in the sanctuary called Little Boy. I highly recommend this movie. I saw it over the break, and it is amazing. Okay. All right, today's virtue is, and you can follow along in your bulletins, accepting. To be accepting is to be open to new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. When I am accepting, I'm willing to set aside judgment and to consider things I may never have thought of before. Accepting is saying yes to life. Accepting is also a way to find peace in situations you can do nothing about. Let's affirm together accepting. I accept the things I cannot change. I am accepting of others who are different than myself. My accepting attitude gives me peace. I am willing to set aside judgment. All right, today's daily word for January 1st, 2023, a brand new start, fresh start. Centered in God, I create a fresh new life. I begin this year with renewed enthusiasm and a fresh perspective. I feel vibrantly alive as I realize that after all the love, wisdom, energy, and strength of God are mine to express in my life right now. Grateful for the lessons of the life experiences, I release past disappointments with a forgiving heart. I find harmony in my relationships as I look beyond differences and focus on the divine life and love that unite all people. I go about my work seeking to serve others with a humble heart. I find ways to develop and evolve my skills and nurture my talents, allowing me to continue to grow and learn. This year I will thrive in all areas of life as I feel God's presence everywhere I go and in everything I do. And in Revelation chapter 21, verse 5, it says, "And the one who has seated on the throne said, 'See, I am making all things new.'" Okay, go ahead and take those prayer slips out. And if you'd like to bring your prayer slip up to the prayer box, or we can collect it if you hold it out for us. Barbara will be happy to collect them for you. For those of you on Zoom, would you please unmute at this time and go ahead and express your prayer requests at this time.
Hi, this is Debbie, and I just want to pray that we have a very peaceful year and that things get better for all of us.
Thank you, Debbie. Okay.
All right, and as is our custom, our tradition, we rub our hands together so that we can get that energy flow. And also to warm up our hands too. And we send these warm vibrations to all the prayers in our prayer box. This is a sacred trust that all those who have put prayers into this box, who have voiced their prayers today, do so in faith and trust. And so we are trustworthy. We hold each one in an attitude, in a field of highest and best. That as there is one presence and one power active in the universe, active in our lives, the same presence and power as us gets to be active in one another's lives within this community, knowing that each desire is being fulfilled in its perfect timing in the perfect way. With confidence in this knowing, it is our good pleasure to let go and to let God, whose will is absolute good, to do the work, to step back and to allow the unfolding of the right and perfect circumstances and solutions. And so it is. Amen.
Okay, everybody, it's time for handshakes and hugs. If you prefer namaste, please feel free to let the person know. There you go.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for we'll take a cup of kindness yet for lang syne. We too have run about the slopes and picked the daisies fine. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for lang syne, for lang syne, my dear, for lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to
There is sadness, there is an aching. Don't try to erase it, embrace it. There is beauty, there is joy. Don't try to retain it, radiated. We see the pieces and we forget that there is a wholeness. That's what we are. There is anger, there is anxiety. Don't try to erase it, embrace it. There is laughter, there is love. Don't try to tame it, radiate it. We see the pieces and we forget that there is a wholeness. That's what we are. There is a jealousy, there is a loneliness. Don't try to erase it, embrace it. There is compassion, there is a peace. Don't try to tame it, radiate it. We see the pieces and we forget that there is a wholeness. That's what we are. Embrace it, radiate it, embrace it.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Well, here we are, poised at the beginning of a new year. Last year went by really quickly, and then it kind of didn't, and then it did. And it's really funny about time like that, because the months seem to go by really quickly, but as I'm thinking of the year in retrospect, it's like, wow, it's been a long year. I don't know, how was last year for you? There have been years when people say, oh, I'm so glad this year's over. Was that anyone's experience here? No? It got more normal? Okay. Any other comments about last year? Oh, thinking about how many years we have left? Okay, well, that's the unknown. Okay. Are you looking forward to the coming year? Yeah? Do you have plans or aspirations for the new year? Not necessarily plans. No plans? Okay. Just take down decorations? No, aspirations. Oh, no, just aspirations, okay. Yeah, well, in terms of taking down decorations, that's on my to-do list this year. There have been years when my Christmas tree has been up in July. And it was a real tree, too. It wasn't an artificial one. It's kind of a funny story, but we just never got around to it. So it was up in December for Christmas, and then, of course, for New Year's. And then after that, well, we were busy, and then all of a sudden it was February, so we cut out hearts and put on it. And then and then President's Day came around, and there was some red, white, and blue ornaments. And then, of course, then that was very quickly followed by St. Patrick's Day. So, of course, shamrocks went on the tree. And every time we put new ornaments on the tree, more needles fell. And then, well, then it was solstice well, Mother's Day, I guess, was in there, and Father's Day. So we decorated it for, by now we're getting just down to the branches, and rather than any needles on it. And 4th of July, we had some 4th of July thing, and then we drew the line. This thing has got to go, because now it's like a terrific fire hazard. So on my agenda is to undecorate in January. Well, another thing that today is making me think of this first day of January is the first day of school. There's kind of an energy around it. And I don't know if I've ever shared this, but I love stationery supplies. And paper, pens, pencils, markers, especially when they're new. Erasers, and I have a closet in my office that's just stationery supplies, and sometimes I just open it and look at it, and I organize it from time to time. That's probably the most organized cupboard in my whole house. And right here, poised on this coming year, is kind of like that. This first day of school with new supplies, blank sheets of clean paper, just ready to be written on, just begging for activity. And that's what that energy is for me today. It's for me today. And today is our Burning Bowl. And Burning Bowl is a unity tradition of letting go of the past and setting intentions for the future. Do any of you do resolutions, New Year's resolutions? You do? Yeah?
I used to.
Used to?
Until I never followed through.
Oh, okay. All right. Anybody else? New Year's resolutions? You do? Okay. Are you successful with them?
Something comes of it.
Something.
It may not be exactly what I thought.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's surprises in there. Yeah, I used to do New Year's resolutions, and then I decided this is just futile, so I'm not even going to go through the exercise.
If you're generic and general about it, it's more successful.
Yeah, if you're more generic, yeah, that's true. Usually on my New Year's list was more regular exercise. Well, that doesn't work. Sometimes it's a change in eating habits, and that gets old after the first 2 weeks. So I approach the new year and resolutions and setting intentions a little bit differently, and I'll explain that a little later on in our service. But one thing about this Burning Bowl ceremony of the beginning of the new year, this not only taking part in a unity tradition that I am suspecting, if not all, many unity churches are doing today. But this tradition of letting go and claiming. Letting go and claiming is just a way of enacting, of following through on Unity's two main prayer practices, which is denials and affirmations. That denials clear the air, they clear the ground. Denials are statements of release of error thinking and error feeling, error beliefs. Okay, so what do I mean by error? Those error thoughts and beliefs would be anything that is not in alignment with the divinity or divine spiritual selves. So anything outside of that would be considered not in alignment with our good. Denials are meant to take the power out of thoughts that are negative in our lives or that produce negative results. An example of that would be, oh, I can never get this right in doing something, or I never have any money, or I always fail, or statements that limit us in some way that we've come to believe. And words are powerful. What we say is a vibration. That vibration goes into the universe. And depending on the degree of feeling and emotion behind our words return to us as manifestations. So if we're finding that we are reliving negative circumstances time after time after time in our lives, usually, whether consciously or unconsciously, and it's mostly unconsciously, we are affirming, we are speaking a untruth as truth. Does that make sense? Yeah, we are speaking an untruth as truth. Now, the universe doesn't make judgments. It doesn't correct us. The universe is a responsive universe. It just responds because we are so creative. We create our lives every single day, both positively and negatively. And sometimes we get into negative patterns that become our normal. And we are unconscious of that normal, that negative normal that is producing for us in our lives circumstances that we don't like, that are painful or stressful or frustrating. The first place to start in changing those kinds of patterns is to notice those kinds of patterns and then to consciously change them. We know this in New Thought, and so this ceremony this morning is to have a physical grounding to make some thoughtful choices about where I am limiting myself, and to actually write it down. It's a physical activity, and then to let it go. And in the bowl, there's some sand and a candle. And right now, I'm just going to ask if you've all gotten a bulletin. And in your bulletin, you should have a half sheet of clean paper. And you at home can get that half sheet of, or whatever size you want, of paper, pen, or pencil. Now, what you may not have at home, my dears, is this. And this is magic. This is a piece of flash paper. So does everyone here have some flash paper? You didn't get it? And then you threw it away? Well, that's okay. We've got more. Flash paper. Well, here's a flash paper. I mean, is there some in the office? Oh, we're out. Okay. Here. Oh, okay. So, and I have two here. One's a demonstration. So you can have one. You got one? Okay, everyone has one, right? Okay. So that's what you should have. You have those three things, right? Okay. So I want to talk about the letting go part first. Before we can establish anything new in our lives, there has to be space. A simple example is a glass of water. If a glass of water is full and you want to put more water in it, it's not going to happen very well. It's going to overflow and you'll lose it. So you have to pour some out in order to make room for more. And that's what we need to do spiritually. We need to pour out what isn't working so that we can pour in the energy and the affirmation of what we want to see develop or to be enhanced. And so my question is, where do you see yourselves being held back in your life? What is your nemesis? What is your stumbling block? What do you find that you are coming up against in a negative way over and over and over again? Is it a fear that is consistently coming up in your mind? Is it unforgiveness? Unforgiveness is very narrowing and constricting. It diminishes our possibilities in terms of energy and going forward. It's like trying to put this much volume through a pipe that's this big. I recently repaired a water heater, so I'm knowing about pipes and water. Also, do you believe in your life that you don't have the resources you need to go forward in your life in a way that follows your dreams? Is this a restriction? Is this a limitation that you have? Do you have a belief about yourself that is not true, that is in contradiction to your spiritual faculty, to your spiritual truth? Are you downplaying your wisdom? Are you seeing yourself seeking love, not experiencing the love within yourself? Are you holding on to confusion or being perplexed or not trusting your judgment in going forward? We have impeccable judgment. We have impeccable insight. And yet when we are in fear, when we are in limitation, the flowing of those gifts are interrupted. And so right now, just take a moment, and if you need to close your eyes, I'm going to give about a full minute here for you to come into relationship with something that you believe is holding you back, that you would like to release, that you would like just for it to go away, so that you might go forward in your life more freely. And when that circumstance or that belief or that feeling comes to mind, write it down on your piece of flash paper. If there's a relationship that is continuing to aggravate you or to frustrate you, is there a sorrow, a regret, whatever you have been carrying that feels heavy and unproductive, that feels like an obstacle, a weight on your shoulders? And ask yourself, is it time for me to let this go? Is this the time? And if this is the time, write it down on the paper. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to come forward and to just touch the corner of your paper to the flame. Now, in things that we let go, it is unwise to still hang on. If we've made a decision to let it go, really let it go. So when you put this into the flame and you don't let go, you get burned. And metaphysically, that's what happens too. If you make a statement that you're going to let go of something and you don't, well, it comes back with a vengeance. So just let it go. Drop it. Okay? And while Sammy sings, I release and I let go, I invite, whenever you're ready, I invite you to come forward and to let go.
I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life.
What?
My heart is open wide.
What?
I am only here for God. No struggle, no more strife. With the faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. I am only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. I am only
Yeah,
here
just
for God.
touch it to the
No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. I am only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. I am only here for God.
How does that feel? Good. Is there a sense of letting go, of just, that's done, now I can move forward? Yeah. Okay. So you at home can play with your own fire in any way that's satisfying and complete for you with your letting go wishes. And right now I'd like to move to the filling. So we made some space. We've emptied out some useless stuff. And so now it's time to put back in, to put things right, to come into alignment, to bring ourselves to center with the reality of our spiritual divine beings. And rather than looking at what kinds of flaws that I might have that I want to get rid of, in terms of affirmation, this is the affirming part of our ceremony. When we make a statement of truth that is in compliance, that's in compliance with our spiritual truth, an affirmation. I am love. I am harmony. I am prosperous. Whatever that is, and bring it, those first two words, I am, is the power. Those are the power certain. That's when we are aligning our I am to the divine I am. Abraham asked God, when he was speaking to the burning bush, when God appeared to the burning bush, and who are you? What is your name? And God replies, I am. And the back in our prayer corner, be still and know. And the last part of that I am God, that I am a divine being. And so what do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about your value and worth? What, when you look at your life, when you look at yourself, can you identify as your strength? What are your strengths? What are your virtues that you practice every day? And I'm not meaning formally, like the ones that we have on the screen and talk about every Sunday, but the virtues that you consistently practice in your everyday life. What are your values? What's important to you? How do you move through the circumstances of your lives? What resources, what inner resources do you call upon to support you in times of chaos or crisis or uncertainty or challenge that consistently carry you through the tumultuous times. Does anyone want to share one of yours that carries you through no matter what?
No limitations.
No limitations. That you believe yourself to have infinite possibilities. Okay, wonderful. I think one of my strengths is perseverance. I persevere. If I come up to a challenge that seems all tangled up, I stick with it until I unravel that. I can set it free. So I persevere. Ability to adapt. That's so important. Circumstances around us change so quickly. And change is the norm of life. And to have that ability to adapt is a wonderful gift, wonderful personal gift. Yes? Endurance? Yes, that we keep on going, that Megan keeps on going through the hard times, that she's able to maintain her direction and strength and following what she knows she needs to do. Another strength. Every one of you is going to have to give me a strength. Patience. Okay. And do you pray for patience or you just know it?
I have patience.
You have patience. Good.
You never have enough, but you practice.
Yeah, every time I've prayed for patience, I get a whole bunch of circumstances in which to practice it. So I like it. I like rather embodying it already. Anyone else? Positive. What a gift to go through life and to see the positive about it, and for your own positive attitude to be I wanted to say injected, but to be part of a circumstance that needs that positive outlook. Creativity. Oh, that's the practice of your creative self. You are in alignment with let there be. I love that. Yes, being creative, when we have the gift of creativity, allows us to see solutions, have options, to move through life in a unique way, being able to adapt and stuff. Yes, Kurt.
Pamela on Zoom says, curiosity.
Curiosity?
Yes.
Curiosity. How beautiful to be curious, to want to know more, and to be in a life of wonder and discovery. Compassion. For Lee, it's compassion. That opening of the heart. That's a beautiful gift, a beautiful strength to have. Anyone else on Zoom or in the sound booth? In the sanctuary? Guy, what's one of your strengths? Thinking about it? Positivity? Yeah, so Guy has positivity as well. And so let's build on that. Let's build on what we have, the strengths that we have. And so in this part of our ceremony, when we make affirmations, I would like you to, we're going to do some more writing. So on your paper, even though you've spoken some, I'd like you to make a list of 5 or 6 of your strengths, of your values that you know you have, that are dependable for you. These are your resources that bolster you through every single day of your life. Loyal. All right. So Leslie's gift is loyalty. We can depend on loyal people. Thank you.
Patty, my gift to people is compassion.
Compassion. More compassion. How wonderful. Thank you. Now, out of your list of your strengths, these affirm who you are in the world. And I'd like you to choose one strength and to write a statement of commitment of how you, this coming year, intend to expand this strength, either towards another person or in a relationship. Expand this strength in your workplace, expand this strength in your neighborhood, expand this strength in your personal life with your family. Expand this strength in the larger world and community. Be very specific that how you will consistently expand this strength and live it out. Yes. Pardon? Empathetic. Okay, empathy. Empathy is, rather than sympathy, which is a feeling from the outside of someone's circumstances into their circumstance. It's being able to put on without being overcome, but to feel with someone rather than feel about. And so this is your 2023 commitment for an expanded life within the field of the gifts that you already have. And so from here, I'd like to go into meditation. And if you need to expand how the specific way in which you are going to demonstrate this in the world in your life, that's fine. Continue to do that, but I want to move into a meditation. And so let's take a deep breath. And relax into this moment, and just to reflect on what we've just done. We have come into relationship with all the good that we already express in the world. And have made a commitment to expand that gift, applying it to a wider circle than perhaps we have in the past. I'd like you to say the gift, the strength, the value, the virtue that you wrote down, to hold it in your being, and to notice where it is living in your body. Where do you feel this attribute? Where do you sense its location within you in your physical being? Being aware of where it lives physically helps to ground it in your life. And now I'm going to ask you to use your spiritual faculty of imagination. and to see yourself actually expanding this virtue, this strength, to see yourself actually doing this in the wider circle, in the wider context. To imagine this attribute playing out in the coming year. And as you're visualizing, I'm going to ask you to multitask. As you're visualizing, notice how you're feeling. Notice the effects of others within this larger circle of receiving your gift. And now draw that imaging to a close and just sit quietly in self-appreciation, self-love. This is powerful work. We've done a significant thing this morning. We've opened ourselves and widened our arms and expanded our hearts. And that as we go through this year, keeping this commitment, know that each and every one of you, in your special, unique way, is bringing heaven to earth. So whenever you're ready, just take another breath or two, deeply breathing, and allow yourself to leave the inner and to be present in the outer world of sensation and sensuality, of awareness, with gratitude. And so it is. Amen.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. There's of the Lord is in this place.
So how are you doing? That feel okay? Yeah, it does. It feels good for me too. Well, now's the time in our service when we share our love offerings. And this way we get to practice the abundance in which we live. Joyfully and easily giving, gratefully receiving. And that this is an affirmation of our faith. This is putting our words to truth, to the practicality of our everyday. And we practice what we believe, we practice what we teach, we practice the law. Okay? And so Guy will come around and pick up your love offerings. And as he's doing that, you're just going to strum a bit, I think.
All that we have and all that we offer comes from the heart, both open and free. Take what we bring now and give what we need. All done in God's name. Some will rely on their neighbor, and some will rely on their gold. They could always remember, spirit will never grow old.
We have all that we offer.
Comes from the heart, both open and free. Take what we bring now and give what we need. All done in God's name.
And so our affirmation is on the screen. And let's say it together. Divine love flowing as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so we rub our hands together and we bless these offerings. We bless the hands through which these offerings flow, knowing that they are impeccably steward-like, responsibly handled to fulfill our obligations and to share with a larger community. We are grateful for the circulation of our own blessing as we experience it in kind as we give. And so it is. Amen. All right. Well, this is our Burning Bowl service. We've come to the end of it and are going to gather here in the middle to do our final. Will you be singing the? Oh yeah, January birthdays. Oh, that's right. Okay, January 6th. Oh, Epiphany. Yeah, great. Any other January birthdays? No other January birthdays? Really? Well, that's okay. Any friends or family? January birthdays? Yes. Okay, nephew and. Okay, good. Okay, so all the January birthdays. I guess it's happy birthday. Day to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you are wonderful. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you, are wonderful. God is blessing you now. there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God will protect us, and the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, 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 God is.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next Sunday. Thank you all those who were here on Zoom and who are watching on Facebook. We're being watched. You know, it's
That's scary.
yeah, I know, that's scary. Yeah, it's kind of like 1984. Yeah. So anyway, have a very blessed week and
Did
see you
have
next Sunday.
A lot of people come on Christmas Eve?